It's not Mardi Gras yet, but it's a party here with double trouble. Delta Down style. What's up, man?
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I mean, we got to support the tracks who support the players. I mean, 10% takeout, it's so low. Even Twin Spires refuse to take betting on Delta Down. So I guess we're finding out who the evil ones are in the CAWs. They won't even let their own robots bet.
Yeah, we don't have to play against all the Twin Spires people.
Yep.
We're here to play the late double at Delta Downs. Race 6 hasn't even gone off yet. They're a little slow. Sorry, my doggies are barking in the background there. But we got this race coming up, 2 minutes to post. We're going to play the late double, race 7 into race 8. It's been 10% low takeout wagers all day long. And they did it yesterday, and it was a success, right?
Yep.
And you were telling me that on the schedule there are a couple of more low takeout dates that they have scheduled for guys like us to play.
Yeah, Christmas week. I think I'll have to look at the exact dates, but I think it's like the 22nd, 23rd, 29th. So they're doing that, and it's 10% across the board, every wager. So that's, I mean, it's bad when one of the ADWs refuses to even play. They're like, nope, we're not letting our guys take our money.
Even that, right?
They got a lot of blowback. I mean, it's not like Delta Downs has huge pools, although from what I was reading on Twitter, they had record handle yesterday, and most people didn't even know about the 10%. So, we're doing our bit. We're going to try and shine the light on it. If a track, doesn't matter where it is, they do a low takeout, we'll do something.
Well, that's what I was going to say. We talked about this, and one of our DTL crew members, Scurvy Tooth, watching the show one day, put up a post that said, we have to support the tracks who support us. So that's been our motto, our mantra, and that's why we're doing it.
And we're doing it live. We didn't record this a week ago.
That's because
this Mardi Gras. I mean, it's 4:00 there, I think, right? 2 hours. So yeah, 3:30. It's okay. It's time to crack a beer, I think.
Yeah. You ready for a little celebration in tradition of the New Orleans Mardi Gras thing? I know this track isn't in New Orleans, but I have some beads I want to throw at you.
Okay, if you do that means I'm going to have to flash you, aren't I? Is the race off yet? Oh, okay. Here we go. All right, you asked for it, Frank.
My God, what is that? Oh, we're gonna have to put a big sensor box on that. Please tell me that was a T-shirt, right?
Yeah, it was a Christmas present for Shannon last year. She just shook her head.
Oh, lucky Shannon.
Yeah.
Trying to get into the spirit here, supporting new tracks. I have never been to Delta Downs. I have been to Fairgrounds, and that is the only Louisiana track I've been to. Looks nice on TV.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind these new tracks. Like, I mean, I've said it before too. Lone Star, they've separated themselves from the rest of the country just because of the HISA rules and Texas being Texas. Right. But I went out there last January for the first time ever and fell in love with the track, and I wouldn't have known. I went out for one of the NHC on track, and I mean, some of these tracks, these off the radar tracks, are really neat places to go visit.
Yeah, I feel bad for the tracks in Texas, because Lone Star, and you've been to Sam Houston too, right? I mean, you played
fantastic, and they have great racing. The course is fantastic.
And we're not allowed to play it because the ADW rules or whatever. And I think even in Texas, like don't you have to be on track to wager, or can you wager in straight state? I don't know.
You got to go on track, I believe.
Yeah. Well, that's a bummer. That's the thing about horse racing, right? We just can't get out of the way of ourselves. Like, it's almost like we're trying to fail.
I mean, we got all this young money going into sports betting. And if they're anyway successful, they got to go find a beard, because they're going to cut them off and say the most you can bet is 100. You actually know what you're doing. Horse racing, you can bet as much as you want. I mean, we're fighting the robots, but as we've shown, there's lots of little angles where we can, make some money off of these guys.
Yeah, I mean, no matter what endeavor you're in, I mean, business, same thing. Like, other people out there who are going to have edges over you. and you might have an edge over them in a certain regard, and you just have to pick and choose your spots. And this is one of our spots. I mean, I feel like, at the very least, our money is worth something. 10% takeout is a significant reduction for guys like us who are used to win pools anywhere between 15 and 18%. Bets at Delta Downs, you're getting 10%. The double, same thing. They're at the gate for race 6. We don't have any action here. Or at least I don't. Ciaran's probably been,
No, I just
double.
I actually liked the double today. I got a couple of sneaky angles here. I know we probably were on the same horse that scratched in the last race, but I really like a horse. Actually, we should look at the wheel pays and see who we're off anyway. But
they're off. It looks like a jock. A horse lost his rider at the start. So,
but looking at the probables in the next race, the 2 is just a dominant favorite. The $1 double is paying $2. But at least you're doubling your money if you like the chalk over chalk.
Yeah, well, we'll see what the result is here. Like I said, there is a loose horse on the track. I didn't catch which number that was, but let me put up our buddy Jerry Wesselo, Delta F and Downs. Yeah, I love it. How about Dan H? Look at this. He's even playing Delta. Love it. Interrupting your Wednesday afternoon and my mopping chores, Frankie. Thank you. Always nice.
Mopping what? Diapers? That's a new way of saying.
That's right. He's got some infants, or at least one infant at home. John Blasi. No, it's been 10% all day. We just wanted to come on for the late double, and yesterday as well. And as Ciaran mentioned, they are going to be doing more promotions like this throughout their meet, and we will be supporting them. We are only doing the late double because A, that's kind of our jam, and B, do you really want to hear us talk for 8 races? I know I don't.
I mean, the start of the show was nice because Frank had a mask on, so it was actually the best part of the show.
I can put it back on for you if you want. All right, what's going to happen here?
Oh, is the chalk going to – yeah, the chalk just barely. Yeah.
Chalk, 1-7. But that'll be interesting because now we're going to see how low – I mean, what, the 1 to the 2 in the next?
Was paying $2.
Wow.
Now, let's see what the exacta paid here. See what the probables were on the exacta. We're learning this too. That 1-7 exacta was paying $3.
For 2 or for a buck?
For a buck.
That seems pretty good.
I'm actually looking. I even said the $1 double, the chalk into the what obviously is going to probably be a 3 to 5 in the next leg, was paying $2. You double your money.
Yeah.
If you're that confident in the double,
Well, I think when you have 2 overwhelming favorites like that, if you're going to play it, you have to play it with confidence, or you play it in a way where you're strategic, so you beat the horse and actually get paid. But I want to go back to what you said, Ciaran. We're learning this as well. I love the fact that this show has gotten me out of my comfort zone a little bit. We did the Churchill Downs $3 late pick 3 in their September meet when they offered a 15% low takeout. That got me to look at, a track that I don't normally play, learn that circuit a little bit. Here we are at Delta Downs. Who knows? For all we know, we might be the greatest Delta Downs horse players ever, and we don't know it.
Yeah.
We're going to find out today.
We've got gambling money to spend, and if they're going to give us a retail-friendly bet to spend it on, I think we're there. A 5K claiming horse wins just like a graded stakes horse, if you bet it the correct way.
It all pays the same.
Yep. Horse doesn't know its odds. Although it probably knows where it's racing. I'm back at this place again. Why can't we go to Del Mar?
That is true. That's why there are things such as, horse for courses. Some horses will just perk up when they get to back to a home track or a different track, or come down to Del Mar for the first time and go, ooh, I kind of like this.
No.
Let's see. There's probably going to be an inquiry because of the start of that race, I would imagine. I didn't really see what happened. I hope everybody's okay.
Want to just talk about our play? I actually really like a play in this race. And it's not for the reason – you're actually on the same horse I am, I think.
I don't know, but we haven't even seen the odds yet.
Oh,
You don't
that's
even
true. I
know.
suppose we should wait.
You're just chomping at the bit.
I mean, it's one of those angles. It may not be anything, but I think it's something. Let's put it like that.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm going to put your play up anyway, and we can start talking about the race because this is the featured Jean Lafitte. It is a 7.5 furlong race for a stakes race for 2-year-olds. And I thought, like I said, I don't play this track a lot, but I have to think it was kind of important that you have some horses coming from bigger circuits to compete here. So I thought that was really cool. And hats off to the racing office to attract, a trainer like, Tom Amos to bring number 2 Oscar's Hope. We have our boy Hector Berrios.
And that's my hopeful sneaky play in there.
Our California guy.
He only has one mount here today. And my question was, he flew out for this. I know it's a stakes race. There's no Thanksgiving racing this year at Del Mar.
Right.
But I have a little info that most people probably don't unless they follow Hector. So this trainer is Hector's guy. When he got his start out at Gulfstream, he rode a lot for this trainer of the number 5. And then when this trainer sent out a bunch of horses back in 2022 to Del Mar, Berrios came out. And he actually won on some of this trainer's horses out here in California. And we know the rest. He started getting a bunch of mounts that first year. So this is his guy. They shipped this horse in from Gulfstream. Looks slower on paper, but I think the fact that this trainer called his guy and had him come out from Del Mar for one race only, I think the horse is more live than we think, and hopefully we'll get a pretty good price on it.
I'm with you. I think Amador Sanchez does a really good job in Florida.
Oh, look, early betting, 8-5. Oh, that sucks.
Opens at 8-5. Okay, yeah, interesting. Yeah, I was so confused by that 8-1 morning line.
Yeah, I couldn't. I was shocked. I mean, when I first looked at this card, I was like, I get it. Oscar Hope looks pretty dominant on paper. 4 races, 2 firsts, 2 seconds, but the horse has a trend. I think second, first. So is this going to be the next trend where it's second again? And we have Berrios win. But I mean, on paper, jockey's winning 26%. The tandem. He's won 38% the last 10 days, this jockey. So this dude is feeling it right now. It's his home track. But I thought 5 was a really, really sneaky one in here. But, I mean, it looks like that the word is out on the street. Berrios came out and they're like, why are you out here? So I guess
not so sneaky. But, we'll see. It was 19 minutes. We'll see. Remember the 2. Let's look at the Wilpays.
Yeah,
Remember,
there's already
overwhelming favorite.
He already in the early money, Frank, 1,100 for win, 500 place, 120 for show. The chalk, 963 to win, 1,100 to show. So that's an interesting. They're betting that morning line chalk is getting bet for show more than it is for win.
Yeah, which is always a little interesting when the horse should be taking a lot more win money. But I think that's going to change. It's early. Looking at the doubles paying out in this race, if you had the winner of the previous race and you are alive to the 2, your $1 double is coming back $2.90. That is overwhelming. The 5 is the second choice in that payout, $10.90. Then the 7 is third choice at $26.50. And it's pretty much the same in the 50-cent pick 3 as well. The 2 is the favorite payout, $6, and then the 5, $24, and then the 7. So
I gotta say, looking at the probables, out of this race into the next with the 1 and the 5, into what are the chalks probably in the next race. Number 9's another one that'll probably the 1 into the 2 into the 9, $76 for $1, Frank. The 5 into the 9, $14 for $1. So I mean.
Yeah.
The two into the 9, $4. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We're going to have to really wait here. Yeah. There's not a lot of money in the pool. I think it's going to get really wacky.
Well, I think the DTL crew, when we start betting, the odds are going to go crazy on someone down.
Well, that's it. DTL crew, let us know if you're joining us today. Let us know who you like in this leg. Ciaran has his denominations up because he was basing it on a $100 bet. But before the show, he did tell me that those are going to change based on what they're paying. And if you look at my play, I don't have money up yet either because I really need to map this out. I'm not going to play a double that's going to pay $5. I'm not, because I don't know the circuit well enough to do a $200 double. You know what I mean? So we'll see what those pay. Real quick though, so let me go back to your play, Ciaran. In the first leg, you are only using the 2 and the 5, or do you have somebody else in here?
I've got some other spread. I'm using the 2-5 with the 9. Actually, yeah, I'm just using 2-5. That's my
in this race. Okay.
2 horses only in this race.
Okay, and I'm with you.
A little bit of spread in the next.
I like those same 2 horses, but I'm throwing in a wise guy horse, and that's the number 4, Missing Brian. It might not mean anything at all, but I mean, this horse is still a maiden, was trained by Todd Pletcher in New York for Donegal Racing, which is a pretty solid outfit. And the racing manager, whoever it was at Donegal Racing, said, you know what? There's a 2-year-old stakes race at Delta Downs. This wasn't, even though the trainer changed, the ownership is still the same. So this horse was transferred to this trainer's barn to run in this race, getting in super, super light, getting Lasix for the first time. I mean, I know the paper form, there's really nothing to recommend this horse, but sneaky angles like that make me go, there's no reason they would run this horse if they didn't think the horse was competitive, right? I mean,
yeah. So 3 into the 9 in the next race. Oh, 4 into the 9 is paying $320 for $1, and I'm actually going to throw $5 on that because that's a great pay. And then my other one, and I think Dan mentioned it too, I'd gone back and forth. I was going to use number 3 in here, but I thought I'd load up a little more. Dougie, the Ver. Won here by 9 earlier this month. Trainer's 38%, going sprint like today. So, I mean, if you think you can beat the 2 chalks, just looking at the probables on the doubles here, they're pretty healthy. Like even into the favorite in the next race.
Yeah, this is our buddy Junior, JR. He loves the 3. This horse you were just talking about.
Dominated. Yep.
Home court advantage. The way he won last race makes me feel he's sneaking here.
Yep.
How's he doing in the win pool? Is he taking money? Let's see. No, big price. Did he take any sneaky money in the? No, not really. So you're going to get paid if that horse wins. That last race, very, very impressive. And you also have to like the fact, I don't know, I don't know that much about this circuit, but I know that, at Del Mar, 6 furlong horses might have trouble going 7.
Yes.
The 2 horse here has only run 6 furlongs. Now the 2 has to go 7.5 furlongs, and it's around 2 turns here, so it's not a 1-turn sprint like the 2 is used to.
And if you look at the PPs, the horse kind of fades late, especially if it goes super fast early and someone presses.
Right.
But they get the magic juice here. First time Lasix.
But that's why I was saying the 3 is interesting because the 3 has run a mile.
Yeah.
So the cutback helps the 3 a little bit.
But the two has the juice today. You know what I mean? If that helps at all.
Yeah. First time Lasix. Same with the 4 first time Lasix. 5 first time Lasix. Yeah. I mean, a bunch of these are getting first time Lasix. I'm not saying the 6 can't get 7.5 furlongs, but it is always something to consider. You see that a lot where fast horses at 6 furlongs go into a 7 furlong race and they get overbet based on their 6 furlong form. And then that last half furlong, they're gasping for air. That's all I'm saying is the 3, to Junior's point, has an advantage. Has a mile race under the belt here at Delta Downs. Racing Downwind, thank you for joining us. Thanks for your Happy Valley tips. I was going to say last night, but actually it was really early this morning, so appreciate you joining us. Here's Junior's play. Daily double 2, 3, 1, 2, 8, 10. Who are you using in the next leg? Because I only have one of his 4 horses, and that's the 1.
The 1, I hemmed and hawed versus whether I was going to use it. 0 for 2 with the trainer, and what jumped out at me, this trainer, second start with the trainer is only 10%. So without knowing much and just looking at those stats, I thought this is a trainer who wins first out, probably regresses, and then afterwards does well. So I was, pretty big sample size too, but the trainer is on fire. My notes were, could get over bet and give us better prices elsewhere. Watch the probables. That's what I thought. I thought it was a horse to watch for probables.
In the next leg, who are you using to close it out?
In the next leg, we had a scratch, but my top pick in the next leg is the chalk, number 9, Carrington. Jockey's on fire. Trainer's winning 29%. No work since the last race. I'm also using number 8, I think. Let's see.
Looks like you have 9, 1, 8, and 5.
Yeah.
And
Country Angel.
I'm only using the 1, 7, and 9. And then let me go back to juniors here. He's 1, 2, 8, 10. We're all kind of spready in that race. Racing Downwind in the next leg has 1, 5, 10.
I thought 5 was sneaky, Secret Magic, one last out, up in class. And then I was like, check the owner's name, Elite Thoroughbreds. Maybe the CAWs will bet it just because Elite.
Somehow I think they're not associated.
Yeah, I know.
That would be pretty funny. Oh, that's good. Yeah, you and I both like the horse who got scratched. That horse was a big class dropper. I thought the 1. I know there's speed and other speed in this race, but I thought the 1 had a chance to maybe break sharply and wire them. Especially getting a slight class drop, was favored at a tougher level last time. And then of course the 9 who was in that same race and finished ahead of the 1. Those are my 2 main plays in that race. And then I thought the 7 was a little sneaky on the cutback and the drop in class. But again, it's all going to come down to what we're possibly getting paid. We're almost at 10 minutes to post. I'm going to run through one more comment, and then we'll start looking at probables in earnest here. Ciaran, should we play Golden Irish number 3 in the 9th at Churchill?
Oh, absolutely. I don't know. I'm going to look now and see. Actually, no, I'm not betting Churchill today because they were very mean to Delta Downs. So.
They were very mean and to the horse players.
Yes, so no.
They did not take the signal because the takeout was too low. That's just bad bull. That's not good.
That's like when you're really good at blackjack and you go to the blackjack table and they go, "Sorry, sir, you're not losing. We're not going to take your business. Get out of here."
That's it. We don't want your business. All right, let's get serious here. This is a wagering show. Let's talk numbers. I'm going to call up the probables for the double from this leg to the next. So the 2 is currently the favorite in the win pool at 8-5. So who do you want to know, Ciaran?
I'm doing a degenerate bet here because, what else are we going to do on a Wednesday when we already cracked a beer? Let's look at number 3 into the 8 and 3 into the 9.
3-8-96, 3-9-44.
Okay. I'm going to do that for $5. What about 4-8 and 4-9?
4-8, 102, 4-9, 128.
All right. That's my degen bet. There we go. That's my toss on top of my other ones.
But yeah, let's go through your other ones though, because I want to see which combinations you have that might not be paying enough. Your amounts.
I got 25. The 2-5 might be the 2-9 might be pretty low. Let's see
the 2-9 is paying $6.
Well, 25 times I make 150. I cover all my G-Gen bets. So that was what I was thinking might happen. So I'm okay with that. What's 5-9?
5-9 is 13.
All right. So I make a profit there. So I'm okay if my chalk bet is large enough as what I was hoping that would cover my other bets, and I got a possible swing for the fences. So I think I'm not changing. I'm going to leave it.
Yeah, I'm going to have to wait a couple more minutes to decide what I want to do. I mean, no matter what, I'm going to play definitely playing the 4 in this leg to the 179. That's a definite, and I can do that I mean, I could just do that for $5, and they're all playing really, really good.
They are. I mean, for this pool, they're show jumping the two. 2,400 for win, 1,200 to show.
Okay. So I have to decide what to do with the 2 and the 5 in this leg to the 179 in the next. The 2 to the 7 and the 5 to the 7 are paying well, so I'm going to play those. And then I have some tough decisions to make. So let's see. Where is 7? 2 to the 7, 5 to the 7. So sorry, it's because this is how you do it, right? You got to wager in real time. $10 double, 2.
The other one I looked at in here was number 1, Randomonium. Sharp work, 1, 2 in a row, but I thought the horse is a little bit slower than the other ones. But, without knowing a lot about the trainers and jockeys here, I don't know if should I pay attention? I didn't like it enough to use it, but I did consider it.
Let me put up the bets that I've figured out.
You're probably going to have to wait till 4 minutes. How quickly can you enter your tickets, Frank? Because the pool is crawling up. Yeah.
Quick. But these I can put in right now because I mean, even if they change, so $5 double 4 with 179 because those are still paying good, and then a $10 double 2 and the 5 to the 7. So those bets I'm going to put in. I need to decide what to do to the 1 and the 9 in the next leg with the 2 and the 5 because they are not paying all that great. And when I'm in a situation like that, I want to pick one combination and kind of hit it hard because the 2-9 double to me is paying $6. That's just not what I want to do. I know you're doing it because you're going to have it 25 times, but I don't feel that confident in the result.
Are you using number 5 in the last leg? Because it's got the greatest name ever for a jockey. So you have to throw that dude on your ticket.
The 5 in race 9? Race 8?
Yeah, that jockey's he's got the greatest name there is.
C. Perez?
Number 6, sorry.
The greatest jockey who's scratched.
Oh, that's a little scratch, damn it. Thornton scratch. Damn it.
So much for the greatest jockey name.
Oh,
well. Why don't you go look at the comments real quick so I can figure out the rest of my bet here. I'm not going to play the 2-9. I've made my mind.
Jeff's doing 2-9. Feels obvious, and he's going 1-9-10 for prices.
Okay.
Let's look at the 9. Oh, well, we got the 10. Number 10. Beaten favorite. Horse doesn't like his home track. Jockey and trainer are 1 for 35. Yeah, sounds about right. That's the kind of one that possibly would upset our apple cart.
All right. I think I figured out what I want to do. So let me go back.
The Frank fan club, Dan, who just always now uses whatever 3-legged horse Frank throws in on his tickets, is going 2-8.
Did you delete my plays there? My thing's gone.
What are you talking about?
My doubles. My bet's gone.
Where? I see it right there.
Where? Oh, okay. Thank you. Let me edit that. I couldn't find it. All right. So I'm going to do.
See how immediately he thought I deleted it. Unbelievable.
Yep. You did.
Some
dirty pool, man. Dirty pool. Because you're going to say, oh, Frank, you didn't have it.
All right. Well, while we wait for Frank, let's put some relaxing music on.
Here I am. I think I've got it.
Okay.
I'm going to go again. With the 2 favorites here, I'm going to the 9 in the next. Forget it. $20 double, 2-5 in this leg to the 1 in the next. $5 double because the long shot's 4-1-7-9. So I will have the 9 if the 4 wins. And then $10 double here, 2-5 with 7. Covering every horse I like in some combination, but not in all combinations. So there you have it.
I mean, when I first looked at this race, Frank, I thought if there was an obvious chalk, you know what I mean? It was this number 2, but we are at one of these smaller tracks. And I mean, I think earlier today they had a chalk go down to like a 30-1 horse. So you never know what'll happen.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of funny that the two, is 2-1 right now. I mean, are the CAWs going to whack this horse in late based on the probables? I mean, Wayne's Law is taking, to me, Wayne's Law is taking the kind of money you would want to see.
No, and it's all win money. No, like hedging on the show money. The 2 is taking a lot of show money. Like guys are not confident. They're like, I'll just take my, 5% or 10%. What do the shows pay? Probably like everywhere else, right?
Yeah, probably 210 here. Like, but they're thinking like, that horse is very likely to, hit the board based on speed figures. Again, though, the horse has never been 2 turns, never been beyond 6 furlongs. Like I said, I'm not saying the horse can't win, but this isn't the kind of favorite where I want to really, step out and try to crush.
I don't know did you hear what we were saying earlier, Dan, that this is his trainer. And I actually went back and looked at the last 2 years. Barrios is one of the few jockeys that does not leave California to travel around. He left for the first time in September to ride Basie at Parks, in the big race. And then it was months before that. He's only traveled twice in the last year plus. So that should tell you if he got a phone call to go out there to the guy that essentially gave him his start just to fly out for one race. He didn't even pick up any other mounts. He's just here for this one.
Yeah. Even if he is there for Thanksgiving, I think it's significant that he's riding in this race, especially for his guy Sanchez. I think that is very significant. Even if Barrios wasn't on the horse has got pretty good form.
Oh, no, the horse is great
form. The horse is good,
But, I mean, he made the phone call to his guy. Hey, I know you're not doing anything. You guys got nothing's going on for –
yeah.
You won't be racing until Friday. Come hang with us, win this race.
He probably went back to Florida for Thanksgiving, and they're like, well, if you're coming, you want this horse. Absolutely. Why not? So, yeah, there's probably some of that travel, holiday plan thing involved, but he doesn't have to ride this horse. You know what I mean? Like it's, give it to one of the local guys or bring Meneses from Gulfstream to ride. Yep. That jock's ridden the horse 3 times and has done really well with the horse. So, but that is always something to consider, with all the behind the scenes stuff. Scurvy 2, thanks for joining us. 5-9. Let's go, Hector. Look at the confidence. I like it. 2 will be whacked to odds on. Yeah, I think you're right, Dan. Gobble, gobble. DTF joins us Thanksgiving Wednesday. Well, after today's races at Delta Downs, it's from this holiday will henceforth be known as Happy Franksgiving, because I am going to give out this late double, beating the chalk combo that Ciaran is so in love with.
Aren't you using chalk?
No.
Oh.
I'm not paying a double. I'm not playing a double that's going to pay $3. I have the chalk in certain combinations, but I don't have the chalk combo.
Well, it's paying $5 for your information.
$5 now.
$5.
So you get your $5 and they take your gambling card away.
So
you're never allowed to bet horses again.
5 times 25. If that's all that wins, it means I win $5. So it's another Frank big roller win.
You can get some jambalaya.
No, I cannot do that because I still have the Irish stomach. There'll be another toilet paper shortage.
I don't understand. I thought Guinness coated everything.
No, I'm out of Guinness. I'm drinking Modelo here right now.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. They're at the gate. I'm in a new position, so I'm gonna get up for a second, but what do we got here? Last minute look at the odds board.
No, they yanked the odds.
7-5 on Oscar's Hope, 3-1 on the 5, Wayne's Law. We didn't talk about the 7 at all. The 7 is 7-2. That's that turf horse who's been competitive in stakes races.
Yeah, on Lasix, drops from a grade 2. I mean, it's a Keith the Sormel horse, but I mean, if Kent had came out for Thanksgiving and was on the horse, maybe.
I don't think Kent's allowed to family Thanksgivings anymore. I think he's got uninvited. I'm just kidding. That was just a little bit of a joke there. But no, it's a turf horse, right? So that bothered me. All right, they're off. Good luck, everybody.
on the outside, farther out. Wayne's Law inches up to get a little bit closer in third. Randemonium is tucked in while saving ground, 2 off the leaders. The quarter went in 23.56. From there, it's Way Beyond. A very close fifth. And at the back of the pack, Missing Brian and Casa Cielo. So they're well bunched up as they straighten away and run for the far turn. Oscar's Hope, the odds-on favorite, trying to get away. Duke de Bear staying right alongside. Wayne's Law is to the outside, waiting to pounce. Randemonium still behind Rogers. On the outside, Way Beyond looks to pick it up. Coming from the back, Casa Cielo, and now trailing is Missing Brian. The half, 48.91. They turn for home. Oscar's Hope has the lead by a half length. Coming to the attack on the outside is Wayne's Law, moving up with every stride. Farther out here, Way Beyond, catching a wide trip. Randemonium is trying to come up the rail now, but they get to the top of the lane, and Oscar's Hope and Vicente Del Cid have the lead by 2. Randemonium comes clear to be second. In third is Wayne's Law, and back from there, it's Way Beyond. It's getting late. Oscar's Hope has the lead, and Oscar's Hope will win the Jean Lafitte's. Randemonium was second. Third went to Wayne's Law, and fourth.
Your 4 ran backwards, Frank.
Okay, so. Oh. Still alive. I used the 2. I used the 2 combos that are going to pay. Right there. I got the 2 with the 1, and I got the 2 with the 7. If it comes 2-9, it comes 2-9. Live to fight another day. You have 2-9. You have 2-1 with 1-8.
That's it.
And that's it. So 1-2-5-8. Let's see what the guys have. Hey, good job to right here. Gerardo Lopez, love the number 2. There you go. Easy game for Gerardo. Thanks for joining us, man. Hope you crushed it. Nice race by that horse, you know. None of the question marks. I mean, he answered all the questions. Beyond 6 furlongs, 2 turns, not a problem. You know, I thought the 5 ran well, but just wasn't in the same class as the Steve Asmussen horse. So cool race though. I like 2-year-old races at smaller tracks when you see horses come in from different circuits. You know, that's always exciting. All right, let's see. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well, Mr. Slayer. Dan was 0 for 11 in 2024.
So that the number 1 got hammered late on the double, down to $8. I thought it was paying a lot more earlier.
The 2 to the 1?
2 to the 1 dropped to $8. 2 to the 5 went up to 14. 2 to the 9, $4.
Yeah, when I made my bet, remember I was doing the 2-1 combo. I wrote down $15.
Yeah, so I was gonna say they hammered that in half. So
yeah, well, I mean that's to be expected, right?
Oh, and the money that came in late.
Yeah, I want to see the win pool here.
Win pool jumped up to 70,000, Frank. They hammered that when the gate opened.
Yeah, let's see.
46K came in. Remember we sat there till like 5 minutes. It was only like 3 or 4K, and they just hammered it late.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I looked at the board and the 5 was like, 3 to 1 or something. I was like, whoa.
Yeah. And it got the 5 got no late money at all from the robots.
Yeah. It all came in on the 2. Dan H picked that up. He said though they will smash the horse into odds on, and he was absolutely correct. I'm gonna go to optics here and see.
Actually, you know what's interesting, Frank? This is we've gotten so used to the 2-minute cutoff that we're not, you know what I mean? We get to see when
that's
2-minute cutoff here on the California races. We don't have that out here. So these robots are betting when the gates open.
Well, sorry, Dan, we cost you money by talking you onto the 5. But yeah, you're here. Free vacation for Berrios. 1 horse held strong for place, and then Dan's main play is alive. But yeah, I want to go back to your point, Ciaran. I agree with you. We are now conditioned to the 2-minute cutoff in the win pool that has been implemented in Southern California to help retail players a little bit against the CAWs and not seeing those massive odds drops.
Or massive flood the pool money. That was a lot of money that came in super late there.
Yeah. And when we were talking about the two, I was like, well, the win betting wasn't all that strong, but that's because the CAWs were holding all their money until the last millisecond.
All right, so let's see if there's any money hidden around there. So the double we talked about, one is paying $8. 9 is paying $4.10. Number 10 is actually third at $12.80. Oh, number 8 is $10.50. Then $12.80 for the 10. $15 for the 5. But let's see if there's anything that's jumping out in the other pools.
Yeah, I got
one is legit second favorite across multiple pools.
Yeah, I thought the one was a big shot, really.
By a lot. Yeah, the pick 5, the 9 is paying $32.
Okay.
8 is paying $82. 1 is paying $66, and 5 is paying $126. So the 8's getting a little bit of money, and the pick 4, we already know the chalk. Number 9's paying $14, but number 8's paying $39, while number 1 is paying $28. So 8 looks like a clear third choice, in a lot of these pools. And we're getting 6-1. Something to keep an eye on. They bet a little bit of money on the 8 on multiple pools, as backup plays. So maybe we'll get a decent win bet on that one. And plus, we can actually be degenerates and play exactas and tries with the 10%.
You know what? That's a good point too. Even though the CAWs are going to, flood the market, that 10% it's massive. All right, let me look at these. The will pays again. So let's run through what you have and what you're looking at in terms of, if you hit this double, Ciaran. So the winner of race 7, the 2, you are alive to the 1?
I'm alive to the 9 for 25 times. So I'm alive for, that dropped dramatically. I'm getting $100 and $120.
Okay.
$105 or something like that. The 2 to the 5 is paying me 14. I'll make some money on that one.
How many times you have that?
25 times.
Oh, that's a good one.
The 2 to the 1 is paying 8. I got that 10 times, so $80. But I'll get some money back. 2 to the 8 is paying $10.50 only, $100. That dropped quite a bit as well. The 8 really took some money on the double. I think the 8's win odds right now are something we need to keep an eye on, Frank.
Yeah, the 8 was definitely supported in the double and the pick 3 in a way that's not reflected on the tote right now. So, yeah, that is a little interesting. Little interesting. Right now, the 9 is the 2-1 favorite. The 1 is the second choice at 9-2. Then the 10, 9-2. Is the 10 supported in the multis?
On some of them it was. Let's see. We'll look here. Will pays. On the pick 5, the 10's paying $144, so it's fourth choice on the pick 5.
Yeah.
It's fourth choice across the board on everything.
Yeah, but it's taking money in the win pool. I think that's a little interesting. I don't know which money's right and which one's wrong. Let's see, what is this? I'll Venmo request Ciaran $20. He played the 5 and he played the 5.
Kick him. He's out of here.
If the 9 ends up, if Ciaran hits the double with the 9 horse here, he's going to owe Delta Downs money. He's going to owe you money, Dan. They're going to take away his horse player card. What am I alive to here? Let's see. I have the 2 to the 1 20 times. So that's what, $80, so 160. I'll take that. That's not bad. And I have the 2 to the 7. That's got to be good, right? What's that coming back? 2-7.
43.
That's great. And I have that what?
10.
10 times. Let's get the 7 home. So that's 430. You ended up using 4 horses in this race, and you did not have the 7.
Nope.
What's wrong with you? Oh, wait, here's your Degen double. That did not hit. That one's dead. All right.
I used your 4. That's still, I think that's why this race is delayed. They're waiting for Frank's 4 in the last race to finish.
Can't win them all, my friend. You can't win them all.
Like,
that's
you got to race the other way. Don't be running backwards.
It's okay if it's a long shot. That's all right. But yeah, that was, like I said, that angle. I mean, I was just trying to be, clever. But yeah, clearly that horse did not belong in the race, and probably should have been shipped to Delta Downs, not to run the Jean Lafitte, but to maybe run in a $5,000 non-winners of. No, a maiden. The horse was still a maiden, but anyway. I like the 7. I like the speed going 2 turns, cutting back. I like that the horse broke the maiden for 7,500. A little bit of a class edge here, but I think the 1's going to be very tough. The 9 and the 1. I mean, what is that exactly playing the 1-9? Because that's pretty much coming out of that last race. They both ran really well.
We are looking
probably
at
$4.
$19 for the 1-9, 9-1, $13 for $1.
Wow, that's really good. Actually, you know what? Those are going to get whacked.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, let's look at what's in the total pool right now. We got $3,000 in the win pool.
Yeah.
With 12 minutes, and I was thinking it was going to be a low, and then we saw what ended up finally happening when the gates opened. $50K came in.
Well, let me run through, the double odds. We can compare to the live odds. So, is that right? Is the 1 9-1? No, 9-2. Okay.
9-2.
Yeah.
Drifting up.
Let me refresh this page for a second. Let's see.
But I mean, there's so little money. Like if
I know.
$1,000 right now, they'd move the odds like
I know
on a horse.
I was just going to say, Ciaran, it's almost like it's not even worth going through the exercise because these numbers are going to change drastically.
And as we know, their computer programs do that nonsense too, especially like when you read about the shenanigans that the CAWs get up to at small tracks. They'll hammer a horse that they have no intention of betting to get other people on it and get a better price. And then the gates will open and you go, what happened? They moved it over to the one that they really wanted.
Yeah, you used to have to go to the track to be able to do that. And that's why the track would only let you, you were only allowed to cancel like 5,000 at a time. I don't know what the limits are on ADWs.
I mean, we saw that article you sent me. That when I was reading that article, Frank, I had a picture of the guy who was being interviewed from Elite, and I just saw his nose getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Pinocchio, he's lying. The man is lying. Oh, I know. It was so blatant. It's like lying right to our faces.
And then I mean, something that people haven't talked about as well is that nasty little tax code change that's going to probably hammer gambling come January 1st. We've seen some big players say, they've already backed off their betting where you're going to owe money even when you lose.
Well, let me ask you this, Ciaran, because you know a lot more about it than I do. How do the CAWs allow that to even get through? They must have
they're overseas.
They
don't pay any tax. They're overseas. They're LLCs. They're overseas money.
Right. Yeah, Gibraltar.
They couldn't give a rat's. For all we know, they're the ones who bribed that Republican senator to slip that in on the bill.
You know what? You're right. Yeah, let's stick it to the retail player even more. Let's get them out of the game.
I mean, that's a good point. When you see how much the CAWs have, I mean, they've always been around, but I don't think it's a coincidence that everyone's really started talking about them in the last year or so. Because when you look at the headlines of what happened in Vegas, when Resort Worlds for all the money laundering from Chinese money, I wonder where that money's gone. And they're getting rebated to do it. I mean,
Right.
conspiracy
You
theory,
gotta lose
but
the money somewhere.
yeah. So, I mean, there's a reason they're protecting it.
How about this? Thanks, Jeff. Frank's 4 in the last race is the turkey. Ciaran likes that. Look at him. Look at the smile on his face.
I
He's
wish
so
I had
happy
like
that
a turkey.
horse-
I wish I had a turkey picture or gobble, gobble, gobble.
Here, Dan H. Pretty sure Kentucky politicians will get that act repealed.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, we talked to
actually,
people.
it's surprising. I mean, I know a lot of the tribal guys out here, and when it first passed, they were like, absolutely no problem. It is just stalled. Republicans and Democrats couldn't agree on what day of the week it is right now. So, I mean, that's the problem. And, you know, some of the ones they need to sway, everyone just thinks it's a Nevada issue. You know, oh, well, who cares about them? They're Democrat. You know, they don't see the big picture. I thought it would have been repealed already. I'm kind of shocked that it hasn't.
I will say this. I did see Keith Chamblin, president of the NTRA Breeders' Cup weekend, and we talked about it. And he said they are working, they are working behind the scenes to do something about it. Now, whether or not something gets done, that remains to be seen. But at least, the NTRA is aware of it. And, I'm with you, Dan. I'm hoping the Kentucky politicians step up as well. We'll have to see how it goes. But, as if our lives weren't difficult enough, we have to worry about that nonsense. Tony V, I used to bet when the computer CAWs weren't around. Yeah, that's very true. Late 80s, yeah. And you know what? Even when they first started coming around, it wasn't that bad.
Nope.
It just wasn't that bad. It's only, I would say, in the last 10 years where it's been awful. And I know from personal experience, my handle reduced drastically because I didn't have an edge anymore. When I find an 8-1, I would get maybe 6-1 at the lowest. I would find an 8-1 that a horse that can make your whole year, and the horse goes off at 5-2, and it's just you can't do it anymore.
I mean, it really changed right before COVID, and you could especially see at Del Mar. Those pick fours, we used to get $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 pick fours. You're lucky with a bunch of bombs that you get like $600 now.
If you're lucky.
Yeah.
If you're lucky. I've been saying this. They really need to bring back the dollar minimum pick four. Talking about that, because we said on the show, give us the middle pick four for $1, 15% take. Well, Gulfstream Park just announced that they're doing a middle pick 5. That's going to be a 15% retail only wager. So that's something that we want to consider. Once Del Mar ends, Ciaran and I will kind of look at the racing calendar and see, who's offering bets that we should support. Obviously we're not going to do a pick 5 show.
No, and I liked the turf pick 3, but we can't be on for 4 hours because, they do such a lag between the races. Like it's race 2, race 7, race 10, that's the issue with some of the bets they had. And, everyone else and their mom is going to be recording a show a week before, for the pick 5 each day.
Yeah. I mean, we might be able to do something like put our play out before the first leg and then maybe hop on live for the pay leg, something like that. But I don't know. I think the fun of it is being on and talking with everybody and seeing who they like and how they're betting it and pivoting and all that. I mean, that's what makes this a good show because it's a wagering show. It's not really, I mean, of course it's handicapping, but ultimately at the end of the day, we're on this show trying to figure out how best to bet on the race.
We got 4 minutes to go, Frank, and the win pool is only at 4,700. What do you think it'll end up at? 100? 70?
What is it now?
I'm showing it just uptick to 5,200 total. That's it.
With 4 minutes, probably I'll get up to 100.
Yeah,
which is double pool. Did we see what the double pool was?
I can't see what the double pool is.
Let me see if I can. Their double pool was 19,000. I have no idea what it was last year. But you know what? The double pool was bigger than their pick 3.
Yep.
So the double was 19, the pick 3 was 15, pick 4 29, and the pick 5 33.
Yeah, if they're actually listening, they should consider doing a late double for $5. Jack it up and a $3 pick three. Like, I mean, the more these tracks start increasing these bets, I mean, if you're going to get rebated, make the robots pay more. Make more money yourself if you're going to let them eat off our bodies.
Yeah, I mean, give us a couple of races we can play. I mean, they get to play the whole card. Give us a couple that we can play. You know what I mean? Let's look at the exactas again and see if there's anything funky going on. Here we go. Exactas. Right now, the favorite exacta combo is the 9-1 for $12.
It's not bad.
It's not bad, but there's no way it's going to be that, right? That's
no, that's the problem. I mean, we're going to bet that like we saw the double, and it'll probably end up being $5 or $6.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I mean, there's really no point. There's only 9,000 in the pool. It'll probably double in the last, millisecond.
Well, the money's starting. Someone bet $25 on the 8, so his odds dropped to 9-2 right now.
It's funny you mentioned the 8 because I was just looking at the next best exacta is the 9 to the 8, $13. So your 8 is taking sneaky money, in the exactas as well. I did not come up with the 8.
Yeah, I mean, I put I actually deleted my notes thinking it was the one that scratched and didn't delete the one that scratched. Let me see what I was looking at here.
1 for 15, lost multiple times at this level, beaten by a bunch of these already. Diamond Country's beaten this thing 3 times. Maybe the jockey change. You go from a bug boy to a really good jock in Melanson. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, I mean. Had a little bit of speed, was the top last race closer, maybe is what I was looking at as well.
All right. How about Dan? I like the 8, not as most likely, but best value.
That's what I was thinking as well.
Value. Yeah, you talked about that, Ciaran. Good value in the win pool based on the money the horse was taking in the multis, but is now down to 4-1. That might be the sneaky CRW play. Now 7-2.
Yeah. Stop talking about it. We're off it. We don't like him anymore.
I never liked him. Let's see. Scott here. Scurvy 2. Thank you. He always reminds us. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Yes. Like and subscribe. Support the tracks who support you. I'm going to put that right up there. And Terry says, support your handicappers. Thanks for joining us, everyone, on this Wednesday before Thanksgiving. It's so much fun to do these shows. And look, I can add gambling on Delta Downs to my list of degenerate activities.
We've done it. Another marked off.
But you know what? Hats off to them. I mean, I don't even know what they're I'd like to talk to the person who came up with this. Like, why? Probably didn't have to, I mean, why do something like this? Believe me, I think it's amazing and it's awesome, and that's why we're supporting it. But, that takes some pretty forward thinking, outside the box.
Well, it worked for them. Look how many people are actually looking at it. They embrace the anger at the CAWs, and they go, here, guys. And their handle is up huge without most people knowing about this. I bet you when they do this low takeout 10% in December, they're going to have a lot more eyes looking at it.
Yeah. And maybe by then they'll be able to figure something out with Twin Spires, because not being available on Twin Spires it's a big deal too. But here's the thing, Ciaran. I mean, it's not like it's just a special 10% pick 4 or, it's everything. It's their whole wagering menu. I mean, hats off to them for doing it. And, giving us, players a little bit of a fair shake.
But yeah, when you see that they're not doing it because of 10% Twin Spires, how much are they taking from people?
It tells you exactly. It tells you everything they need to know.
Yep.
Everything you need, the evil empire, as it were. Any other comments here?
Which is sad because they're doing a lot of positive stuff, the contests and whatnot. 2 steps forward, and then they do something like this, 3 steps back,
Yeah, they're just the optics are just horrible. It's like you take Delta Downs, and then they have a 10% takeout day. Yeah, we're not going to take those days. It's like what the bait and switch Churchill did with the $3 late pick three.
That what they did with the low takeout, and now this on top.
The bait and switch, man. Get everybody excited about it,
because
and then float away.
We talked about it, and I looked, and a lot of people thought they were getting a low takeout without knowing. They didn't mention it at all. And I looked on their thing, no mention of it. So I was like, yep, they just did it one little time for the fall, knowing that they might get some action. And they actually got, I think it started to die off. I didn't look at the numbers, but
yeah,
they're just hoping we're uneducated.
We all assumed it was 15%. And then, we talked about it. You brought it up. And then a couple of our viewers were like, no, it's back to the high takeout. And the word got out like, oh, bait and switch. Here, handicapping this race, Dan H., they're going to have to chase down El Cid. He's on the 9 Tarkington Sunrise. But, Dan, don't you think the 1's going to be right there? It's going to be 1-2 around the track? I mean, the 1 has to go. And the 1 made the lead last time from the rail. So I think that horse is going to be more fit, second off the bench. Wasn't beaten all that much by Tarkington Sunrise last time. Here, I'm sorry, Matt, but we don't show the races. You're going to have to watch them on your ADW. We're just talking about betting the race. We don't show the races. That's on you. So I apologize for that. We're just
you have a horse loose on the track. Oh my God!
Oh my goodness, that was the 2.
Jumped over the rail. There's going to be a delay now. Whatever horse that was.
Delta Downs.
I think it might have been the 5.
I thought it was the 2.
Or was it the 2?
It looked like the 2 to me, but I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely the 2. 2 broke through the gate, unseated the jock, and then
jumped over the railing.
Wanted to go have a picnic in the infield. Oh my goodness! Oh, jumped right over the rail.
So that's going to hammer the will pays. The consolation.
Well, the 2 was a big price, 32-1. Well, thank goodness the jockey looks like he's up and he's okay.
Well, at least there wasn't an ambulance going the wrong way.
Still, I'm still confounded by that. At least now they came out and they made a couple of statements and said they're investigating. And right now the excuse was it was the driver's second day on the job. And
they don't
train them. Right, exactly. You don't do a ride along for like a month before you like, okay, now you drive. It just, but we'll see what comes of it, if anything. But at least they acknowledge that they're doing something about it instead of just trying to sweep it under the carpet. All right, they're all getting out of the gate.
Let's see what the pools are. We're at 36,000 on the win pool still, even with all that nonsense. So the robots still haven't fired away because the gates haven't opened.
Yeah, you know why?
It is interesting looking at how they're able to, the
win pool's only 30-some thousand.
35,000. Yeah, let's see what it is when the race ends.
The exacta pool is 60,000. So how much money is going to come in on the win pool when the gates open?
Yeah,
wow.
That's just a horrible look that they let them do this nonsense. And then they complain about, well, it's our tote technology. Well, the tote technology seems to work for the computers to do their thing.
Their money hits the board instantaneously.
The win pool dropped by 1,000 on that scratch, so they only had $1,000 on the number 2.
So I have the exacta pool at 60,000, the trifecta pool at 44, and the superfecta pool at 40.
So we should probably see 100 in the win pool. But
yeah, I mean it's got to be more than those pools, right?
Yeah, it's just not.
Usually the win pool is
no change.
The win pool has the
leader.
Most. Yeah, that's very strange. So
I'm going to look at the first call and see how much the pool changed.
Well, this might take a while.
But I mean, it's the same on the TV feed. How they don't have the odds up. How they thought that would hide from us what they're doing, not showing it once they load into the gate. Oh, we're off. We're off.
We are off. Good luck, everybody.
Sunrise is there in fifth. Back along the rail, you'll find Golden Bar Sense and Sippets running next to that one. Then comes Robert's Revenge, the trailer, about 7 lengths from the front. They go to the far turn. Up front, Targeted Sunrise, Vicente Del Cid lead. Secret Magic and Carlos Perez are in second at the rail. Country Agent moves up to be third. Quarter went in 22.48. Back from there, TDZ Kodiak Queen. Then on the far outside, it's Robert's Revenge, being followed here by Golden Bar Sense looking to rally. They come to the final furlong. Up front, it's Targeted Sunrise, the favorite, trying to hold off Country Angel. Farther out, here's Robert's Revenge with a big run down the middle of the track. Robert's Revenge is getting up late. There goes Robert's
Oh, Frank, that's yours, right?
Sweep by and win the nightcap at 4.
Is that yours?
Targeted Sunrise was second. Country third, fourth by the Golden Bar Sense.
You muted yourself. You're muted. This is kind of funny. At least we're saving ourselves from listening to Frank.
I had myself on mute. It's easy when you're good.
Oh, that was the best 2 minutes of silence. I have no idea. Oh, that was great silence.
Mardi Gras. Laissez les bon temps rouler.
Did you have any win money on that horse, Frank?
The double. I didn't realize the horse was that big.
Man, you would have made more money.
I didn't realize because you wouldn't shut up about.
I was going to say it was the late money.
I don't even know what you're talking about. 40-1.
Actually, the win pool only went off at 39. They didn't bet that last race, Frank. Interesting.
That's so bizarre.
Yeah, with all the money in the other pools. And just to see that horse tripped up so much at the end.
I mean, that is ridiculous value in the win pool. That horse, $41 in the double.
Yeah.
And went off at 42-1. Wow, that was a wacky win pool, man. Wacky win pool. Wow, I like Delta
41.20. You it dropped a couple of bucks, but not much. It ended up paying 41.20 for the double.
Yeah, and I had written down I think 43 something. So
the
yeah,
trifecta,
that's nice.
The exacta paid 114 with a 43-1 shot. Trifecta 160. That's 50 cents though. I don't know. Over 43-1. That seems very light. Although you were saying all the money was in the exactas and superfecta pools, right, Frank? When you were looking earlier, so they didn't bother doing. They didn't do anything. They didn't do anything in the win pool. They did it all in the.
Yeah, because look, even the even Tarkington only went off at even money. You know, that horse probably should have been a lot, odds on. 4 to 5.
And the pool only went off at 39,000 for the win pool. I would have thought with all that money underneath, huge.
All right, let's see. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Scurvy. Thank you, Jeff. That would have been the 7, the horse that I was alive to in the double that happened to win over. My double was coming back $41. Ciaran played a double that was coming back -8, but that's okay. 410. Nice.
All I got to say is when I start winning big money again, I won't be as nice as I was at Del Mar. I'll be totally right.
When's that going to happen, man?
I know.
You've been in a drought, a biblical drought, man. 40 days and 40 nights without rain.
Yeah. And you let me know about it too.
You're right, though. I mean, I would have been better off just betting on horse to win. So
You
even
would
when
have
you
made
win, you lose, right?
you would have made 430 bucks with that. Oh no, 800 bucks with the $20 win.
No, if I had taken instead of just taking all the money I wasted on the double and just bet the horse to 100 bucks on the horse to win.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Tobias gets steak tonight. Yes, he does. He's gonna eat good. That was fun. That was really fun. All right. Thank you, Delta Downs. Thank you, DTL Crew, for joining us. What did I say, Ciaran? At the top of the show, it's not Thanksgiving. It's Happy Franksgiving.
Well, finally,
Happy
you got to pay this.
everybody.
You got to pay that's actually worth talking about versus the $10 and $5 ones. So, congratulations! Finally, a decent one.
That's how you play. I'm not. All right. I'm just going to put here. Great hit, Frank. This was really cool, Ciaran. We'll look at the calendar. We'll circle it.
Well, we would have done it probably yesterday if we'd known. So if you guys hear about any of these tracks doing the low takeout, we're thinking just the double and the pick three, but because it just takes forever to talk for hours, you know.
But I mean, something like this, it's amazing. I think, we can come on, we can do an extra race, do the pick three for Delta Downs next time because it's 10% takeout all day. Thank you, Delta Downs, for giving us something. Thanks, DTL Crew.
Yeah, I think the next one I can look and see Delta Downs 10%. Takeout days is what they're calling it. November 25th, 26th. But I know I read somewhere where they said in December they're doing it. So they're doing it.
I think they had they have 4 more days left to do it, or 6 more. I forget. But there's a couple coming up.
Yeah, I think it's Christmas week is when they're doing it next, unless they see the success and go, hey, you know what? So it's they're doing it December 22nd and 23rd and December 29th and 30th.
Oh, before and after Christmas. I love it.
Yeah, takeout days, every bet. And they said low take designed to attract serious horse players by increasing payouts. So, I mean, they're advertising it the way you should.
I love it. That was a lot of fun. And again, it just goes back to I like being challenged outside our comfort box. Ciaran, we're so focused on SoCal racing. You step out a lot more than I do because you play a lot of those multi-race contests that I don't play as much. But I don't think, I've never played Delta Downs in my life, but it was worth playing today. So there are opportunities out there.
I don't think I've ever played it myself because it's not one of those tracks that's in the contest loop,
Right.
It's usually the same old boring, it's like Monmouth, Laurel, Tampa. Tampa gives out
all East Coast tracks that get rained out and then one race from Santa Anita.
Yep. That's pretty much it. Or they always have Tampa in because, Horse Tourneys is based in Florida, so they always manage to have Florida races.
I didn't know that. That's interesting. So anyway, all right. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. What happens when you don't hit the late double?
I got to listen to Frank's bullying and abuse again for the next couple of days. So,
Congratulations.
All right. Good night, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Happy Thanksgiving.
Friday, right, Frank?
Yeah, Arrakis.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. Like and subscribe. Follow us on Twitter. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.